Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're here for the first time. If you don't know me, my name is Angela and I find my paradise through reading. So I have righted some wrongs, okay? My last video when I was going through some of the books, the books that I had read, from the list of 100 greatest books ever written. I cannot talk today. It's been me all day. But anyway, the 100 greatest books ever written, that list, I read 26 of the books, and a majority of them I had physical copies of. And there were some that I did not have physical copies of that really, really surprised me because they were books that I really, really liked. So that just didn't sit well with my soul. And so you absolutely know what I did, y'all. I went and I got those books, okay? So let me introduce you to the books that I got. All right. Okay. So, gosh, and this one, but we'll talk about that. All right. So the first one was Bram Stoker's Dracula, okay? I just ran over to Barnes & Noble, and I mean, I have so much credit at that store, like rewards. So yeah, I got this. This is a signature classics edition. It's got a nice buttery cover, very floppy. I have some other books from this collection. I think I have Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is a signature classics edition. The Picture of Dorian Gray is a signature classics edition. And I believe Emma, is that a signature classics? I have it right here. Yep. So Emma, nice buttery cover. They're just like gorgeous, gorgeous books. So I do have some that are like this. Let's take a look at the inside. Look. I love that these editions have like really nice patterns on the inside. So they just feel really good to hold. They really do. And the font I think is perfect. Not too big, not too small. So that's Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now I have it. I have read it multiple times. Love it. One of my favorites. Okay. So the second book that I got, which was also on the list of 100 greatest books ever written. I still have a sticker on this, but got it for $10. And this is a Fall River Press edition at Barnes & Noble. So this is Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter. And these versions are just so nice. They're hardcover. And they're usually $10, and sometimes they're like buy one, get one 50% off. So I have a lot of books that are Fall River Press. They're all illustrated. So I'll show you, oh my gosh, like right away. And look at this. So they all have like these nice creamy, glossy pages and just illustrations all throughout. So they're very, very gorgeous books. So I got The Scarlet Letter, and I got Frankenstein, also from the Fall River Press collection. So this is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So, and again, the nice glossy pages, illustrations all throughout. And I mean, for $10, like you cannot beat it for like how nice these books are. I love them. I was hoping to get Dracula in this, in the Fall River Press collection, but they did not have it. So I ended up getting it in the signature classics, which I also love. I'm not big on the penguins. I mean, I know a lot of people collect the penguin classics, and I don't like them. Sorry, not for me. So I know I mentioned I wanted to read War and Peace. It is also on the list of 100 greatest books ever written, and I got it. Look at this guy. Oh my God. Like, this is a biggin. This is a biggin. Like, I'm not even sure if you can fully appreciate how freaking big this book is. Good God. Yeah. Hello. So this is, I want to start this next month, honestly. And I hear that it is best if this is the only book that you're reading at the time when you're reading this. And I am going to take that advice, and I am just going to focus on War and Peace. I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to piece, you know, like get it into like small pieces at a time and prolong it. Like, I just really want to really get into it and immerse myself in this book. I have high expectations. This is going to be a feather in my cap for sure. This is definitely one of the most intimidating books that is on the list that I am working through, and I'm excited. I kind of am excited, especially after having read The Count of Monte Cristo, which was over 1,000 pages, and it could have been 2,000 pages and I wouldn't have cared. Like, I just wanted more. I was sorry when it ended. There was just so much going on. I was so interested in it, and it was just, and I'm hoping that's what this is like. Hoping that it's not like Les Miserables, but we will see. We will see. Okay, that's that book. And then just a quick update. I remember I was talking about how I wasn't really sure which classic to read next, and I decided to read Wuthering Heights. I had a copy of it. Look at this. This is the Chiltern copy. All right, so I have a bunch of these, and they're just so gorgeous. They are so beautiful. So this is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Let me show you the inside. It comes with a little satin bookmark. It's got the glossy cream colored pages and gold edges. Gorgeous, gorgeous book. And I have the rest of mine. Can you see these? These are all Chiltern. That's my Chiltern collection up there. That was there. So I am 100 pages in. I started it. I knew nothing about this. I was worried it would be like Jane Austen. I was worried it would be like her works, where it's just a bunch of high society people visiting each other's houses, chatting, entertaining themselves, and like a whole lot of nothing going on. So I didn't have high hopes for this. I was just like, but it's on the list. Let's get into this. And I went into this knowing absolutely nothing about it, right? I am pleased to say that I am enjoying this book so far. It surprised me pretty much immediately. And I'll tell you real quick. So there's this guy who is renting a property called Thrushcross Grange. That's hard for me to say. Thrushcross Grange. And he figures he's a new tenant there, and he's like, I'm gonna go visit my landlord, whose name is Heathcliff, and lives at a place called Wuthering Heights, which is about, I think, 4 miles from Thrushcross Grange. So I'm thinking, here we go. High society, we're gonna start visiting each other and being all polite and be like, oh, let's play the piano and let's sit down to tea and let's read out loud. Oh God. So I was like, well, here we go. Boy, was I wrong. He got to Wuthering Heights and received the most improper reception he can think of. To say, I mean, pardoning my language, it was a shit show. I mean, everybody, the whole family was so horribly rude and mean to him. The servants were rude to him. The dogs were rude to him. Like, he was getting attacked by dogs. And he was just like, what the heck? And he was just so like, and I almost think like he thought it was interesting or amusing to be treated in such a way. So he was like, oh, I'm going to come back and visit tomorrow. Why? I don't know. And they were just kind of like, obviously did not want to see him again. But sure enough, he came back the next day. And, and it was just like, the reception, again, was just absolutely rude. So much so, like, you know, he was there in this area, and the not the mistress of the house, but, you know, a young lady of the house, she was like grabbing things to make tea, and she asks him, you know, she's about to make tea, and she's like, were you invited to tea? Or were you asked to tea? And he's like, oh, I would love a cup, thank you. And she kind of stops and looks at him like real stupidly, and she's like, were you asked? And he says like, well, no, I guess you would be the one to ask me. And then she just put everything away, you know, and he's standing there like, what just happened here? So this is just like, you know, and they're like yelling at the family members and the servants, like everybody's yelling at each other all the time. And he's like, what a miserable family, like what is going on? And yeah, when he does end up going back to Thrushcross Grange, there's a lady servant there that knows all of the history. And so she kind of starts telling him the history, which is super interesting on like who is who and why they are the way they are. So it's been fun. There were a lot of like moments where I just kind of actually laughed, like, oh my God, like what is happening here? Whoa, just so different than Jane Austen's works, and I am liking it. I mean, I'll take this over pleasantries and balls and all this hoity-toity boringness. Like this guy visiting Wuthering Heights and the very mean landlord Heathcliff and the whole miserable family. It's fun. So I'm enjoying this. So I'm so glad. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to be reading Wuthering Heights. I'm sure I'll be done with this by next week. And then I will be starting, I guess, War and Peace, because we're pretty much almost at the end of March already. So why not, right? Like why? I don't know. Anyways, so that's all. I just wanted to update you guys that I did get more books for my collection. I hate that they put these stickers on and they're so hard to get off. And I did get those books that, because I've read The Scarlet Letter multiple times, as well as Frankenstein and Dracula. So it just shocked me beyond belief that like I didn't have those books. I don't even understand how that happened unless, like I said, unless I unhauled them because I was like going through a minimalistic phase, or if they got damaged in the basement when there was like mold and stuff at the basement that they were being stored in. So I don't know, but either way, I feel complete. I have righted the wrongs of not having these amazing, classic, phenomenal books in my collection. So that is all I had for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. Happy reading. Bye.